I think I speak for a lot of NBA fans when I say we need some type of basketball Hard Knocks series. The NBA is one of the most exclusive professional sports there is. Less than 500 people play in the league every year, and yet the only thing we really see are the games. The ups and downs a player, let alone a whole team, goes through never really gets shown. A big reason the Hard Knocks series is so loved by fans is because it actually gives you a look of how things really go down in the NFL. The show follows a team's entire training camp, so you get to see moments that otherwise would never have been seen. But with the NBA being such a difficult league to get into, it would be cool to get the same type of behind the scenes look. There's a reason people love these player podcasts. They will tell you how the league really is, and it also gives you insight on how an NBA player goes about their life. It feels like half the NBA has a podcast, and I think that's awesome. Even dudes like Dennis Schroeder, Matisse Thybulle, and JaVale McGee all gained a ton of fans for giving us a look at what their life is like on YouTube. Especially when the bubble was going on, so many people wanted to see what that was really like. They all gained a huge following, and they aren't even the most popular players in the NBA. There's clearly a demand for some type of NBA Last Chance U series. The NFL even doubled down on the idea and started a completely new series called Quarterback, which wasn't anything absolutely groundbreaking, but as someone that's a casual NFL fan, it was really cool to see. And there's still a lot of room for the show to grow. It's literally already been confirmed for a season 2, and there are multiple different ways the NBA could go about it. Not only does the league have a training camp, but it also has a summer league, which is yet another event where players are desperately trying to make a professional sports team. It also feels like the event is getting bigger and bigger each year. You'd have top draft picks making their debut to players getting their final shot. All the time you see players that have been out of the NBA for a while playing in the summer league. And a lot of those times, that player won't end up making it and will have to try again next year. It would be really cool to see what that type of environment is like. That would also allow these smaller professional basketball players to have some type of platform. The Raptors do something along the lines of it with their Open Gym series on YouTube. It's not the most popular series because not a lot of people know about it, but it does give you a really good look of what it's like for some of these players during Summer League. But that's just one idea. You could go the Last Chance U route and just follow one team throughout an entire season, which I think would be amazing. There are several different teams I would love to see a behind the scenes look of. Imagine getting to see the chaos that went down with the Brooklyn Nets, or see how the Warriors still functioned after Draymond folded Jordan Poole. There are so many different things that go on during a single NBA season that no matter what team you cover, something is going to happen. The NBA is one of the most drama-filled leagues there is, so this type of series is meant to be. I'm sure some players and teams wouldn't want any part of it, but who knows, others might. The NFL kind of forces it on teams so they don't really have a choice, but almost every team kind of just embraces it. The NBA actually had a series like this running for a little bit called The Association, which honestly I didn't even know existed until I started working on this video. It gave you a behind the scenes look, but not exactly to the extent some of these newer shows do. At times it was presented almost like a documentary, and then others you got to hear straight from the player or coach. For the time, it was actually put together decently well, but I don't think the audience was really ready. It came out around 2010, but honestly stopped once the social media movement really started to boom, which is unfortunate because I couldn't imagine where the show would be at today. It's a completely different league than it was in 2010. And a lot of fans today honestly care more about the storylines than they do the actual product on the court, which would make a TV show like that fit perfectly. It's pretty obvious fans on social media don't understand what it's like to go through a full NBA season or to live the life of a professional athlete. People don't realize how difficult things can really be, but they could even do a series covering the G League or a G League team. Their stories are just as, if not more interesting than a regular NBA player. They have the same grind as NBA players, but without the fame, money, or popularity. There are so many different things the NBA could do, I really feel like almost every single one of them would work. With how money hungry the NBA is, it really shocks me knowing there isn't something like this already. They're all about making events like the in-season and play-in tournaments, but don't have any type of coverage past social media. That is a cash cow just waiting to happen. It's nice when former NBA players talk about their career when it's over, but being able to actually see those things happen firsthand would completely change the game. There are some very entertaining teams that could use the coverage. Documentaries don't even compare to a weekly TV series. The NFL Hard Knocks series has gotten worse over the years because of their terrible way to pick teams and the way they were showcasing them. But as of recently, things have been turning a corner again, so the series is far from over. The Dan Campbell Lions series was very good, and this year's Jets series has been solid so far. So hopefully the NBA can learn from the NFL and create their own kind of show. Comment down below any ideas you would have for an NBA TV show, or if you like the idea of an NBA Hard Knocks series at all. Please hit the like button for the YouTube algorithm and subscribe to the channel for more basketball videos just like this one.